T. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live today. It is a different live today. It is a different live today because today I am doing your start your day with a win workout, but I want to focus on how I overcame anxiety and depression through lifestyle changes because I wanted to figure out how I can come on every day and help people. And the reason why I exercise is for my mental health, okay? So our goal for today is we're gonna get 120 kettlebell swings in. So that's one thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna do 1,200 stair steps, but I have my board here and I'm going to be teaching about how do you overcome anxiety and depression through lifestyle changes. I was diagnosed with clinical depression about 20 years ago, and I was prescribed Prozac. I was prescribed Wellbutrin, and I did not like how my body felt with those particular drugs. And so what I did is I started a journey where I started doing research. I started meeting with different doctors, different healing, different things to be able to say, hey, I want to love my body and everything else, but I don't want to be on drugs. And so that's what I want to share with you guys, because every time we're on here, folks be like, what supplements are you taking? What vitamins are you taking? And I thought about it. Hey, Big Donut. And I thought about it. And so that's what I want to talk about today. And so that's what we're going to be talking about as we're working out. So I hope everybody likes the new format. Our show is switching up. Big Donut, after all these weeks, we are switching up to something different. That's right. So let's start with our thing. The first thing that we want to talk about today, I have my board right here. You guys can see the end of my board, and please tap, tap, tap on the screen. We want to get it out to as many people as we can. Good morning for my family. Hey, divine morning, Ty. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Ty, you guys inspired me so much. I don't know if you just heard my spiel, but I'm changing the format where I'm able to teach you guys while we're working out about the ways that I overcame anxiety and depression so that I can help other people do it. Like things that folks don't even realize if you took certain supplements, it would help you. So I'm going to be doing that in between throwing this kettlebell around and trying not to get this board to beat me up. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and do our first 0 to 20. 1. Let's just do this to get started. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch it up. All right, so the first thing that I want us to teach, and this is what I said I was going to do. After every exercise, I was going to share a fact or something to teach. So we're going to see how this works on my first day of trying this new format. So bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. Okay. Okay, the first thing that you want to know about if you suffer, now you don't have to be clinically diagnosed with depression, okay? What I'm talking about is people who feel like, they can't get motivated. They deal with a lot of procrastination. A lot of times people don't realize it could be the food that you're eating. It could be environmental factors. It could be all sorts of things that is going on in your life. Your relationships. Hello, Ading Albor, how are you doing? The relationships in your life. These are all things that could be bringing you down. Okay, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. Did I see B1 scientist in the building? Let me just make sure. Did I see B1 scientist? What's up? Well, who you with? How you doing? I did see B1 scientist. How you doing, B1? How you doing? Orlando, I got to shout out. I got to give a cheer for B1 scientist. He wrote in on one of my posts and just we had created such a great dialogue regarding hip hop. And so I just had to give him a shout out for doing that, for coming on. All right, so so what we're talking about today is anxiety and depression and how do we overcome it. A lot of times people don't realize it could be the food that you're eating, stuff and environment, and also the relationships that you're in, okay? And so the first thing that I do when I started getting off of medications for anxiety and depression is I started exercising every day. Hey, Melly Mel, and I've been exercising really since I was 19. But when I got diagnosed with clinical depression, it was like I couldn't ever take a day off. It was like, girl, find something that works for you. So you guys, let's go ahead and go from 10 to 20. Y'all know, I already said I'm already down 9.4 pounds since I started doing this with y'all. So, but I don't work out for my body necessarily. I work out for my mind, all right? Hey, Tabitha Lofton, how are you? Miss Simmons, how are you? Ading, welcome. I don't know what that, you're in Indonesia. Y'all, we got a busy people. We simulcast TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, and so we get busy people. Halsey, how are you doing? Thank you, thank you. Good morning, Miss Simmons. Good morning, good morning. Yes, you guys, let's go ahead, y'all. I hope you guys ordered your kettlebell swings. Okay, your kettlebells. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. All right. All right. So we got our 20. You know, we warm up on our stair stepper. We get 1,200 steps. We get 1,200 steps a day. Okay. We get 1,200. Thank you so much for liking the live and everything. We're doing a new format today. Okay. And so the first thing that I did is I did an experiment when I was first diagnosed with depression. And what that experiment was I noticed that when I exercised, I would have good days better than bad days, okay? I would have good days on days I exercised, and on days that I didn't exercise, I wouldn't have good days, okay? And so that's why when I come on and I do my workouts with you, I work out, okay? That's why I do that, right? Because I want to show you, like, hey, this is one way to beat anxiety and depression. It starts in the brain, okay? It starts in the brain, okay? So if you guys have your stair stepper, like you should, so many of you guys who have been with me, you should have your stair stepper at this point. We're just moving our 5-pound weight. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Shamika, Jamia, how you doing? Alberta, Kia, welcome in. Ruthie, 0310, how you doing? How you been? Yes, yes. All right. Oh my goodness, we got some people over here. Yes, wait me say. Hi. Okay, hey, Miss. Hi, you're here from England. Hey, Sun-Kissed Duchess, you're new from England. Your surfers are amazing. You know what? They're amazing. They all recline, y'all. Y'all can't see that. But yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yes, I like to have stuff that I like. Oh my goodness, we got to block people already? I guess we do. We are warming up, Thunder Mammal, but we do not do do negative commentary in my lives. We don't do that. So, everybody be respectful and this kind of stuff. But one of the first things that everybody should do if you're dealing with anxiety and depression is to find you some daily exercise. Find you something that you can do that is easy for you, whatever it's walking on the weekends. I use a weighted vest and I walk on the weekends, okay? And so during the week, I do kettlebells and I do these dumbbells and I do the stair stepper. But I really do my my walking and so forth with a weighted vest. I do that on the weekend, okay? And so one of the first things I want you guys to think about is how can you incorporate exercise? It's the easiest thing you can do. And then let's get right into like the food aspect of it. A lot of times people don't want to hear about food, but like sugar, you guys, sugar is like a drug. I know we don't want to hear about that, but I'm gonna tell y'all, a few years ago, I was like, feeling like I was always wanting to snack all the time and things like that. And I noticed that every time I would have my green tea and I would put table sugar in it, and I'm talking about white sugar, within 20 or 30 minutes, I wanted more sugar, right? I wanted a donut. I wanted whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wanted some kind of baked good. I wanted something, okay? And so what I realized was that, like, it felt like sugar was the gateway drug. And sugar is also linked. Hey, Cam, thank you for the follow. Sugar is also linked to depression, okay? So I started saying, okay, well, if sugar is linked to depression or what have you, you start having mood swings, putting a lot of sugar in your food. You start having mood swings, you start feeling tired. I started saying, well, how can I reduce sugar? So I just stopped putting sugar in my tea right now. People will be like, well, gosh, what did you put in? I went and I started using honey. Now, somebody, if you guys use honey, y'all might be like, well, honey is as many calories as sugar, as table sugar. And again, I'm saying to you, I was working out for my brain, not necessarily to lose weight, right? I was working out for my brain. So what I was trying to do was get rid of my sugar addiction. You guys, after 3 days of not putting sugar in my tea, I no longer had that craving for sugar like I was having before. Okay? So if any of you guys are still using table sugar, okay, that's what we're talking about. Like, this is something that's very small that can help you if you deal with anxiety and depression, because sugar can really be like almost a gateway drug, right? And nobody really talks about it in that way, but it's absolutely true. Yes, Miss Simmons. Yes, so Miss Simmons says over chat, I got Miss Simmons over in the chat. She says her own mental health was improved with exercise. She totally agrees. Oh my goodness. Fuck this Matrix set. That was PHUCC. I'm not cussing. That's how you spell it and pronounce it. Said hi. Louisa, hey girl, how are you? Mekhonsink, Diamini, how are you doing? Oh Lord, I gotta keep on this person. Haywood, you gonna make me block you for real. See ya, we cool. First thing first, I will tell you, sis, thank you so that you're beautiful. Thank you. I get my compliments from my YT family. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys. We just, oh my goodness. Yes, I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of that person. Yes, Miss Simmons is saying, you guys, sleep is important, and I sleep better when I get a good sweat out during the day. Yes, sleep is important, but Boogeyman, thank you for coming in. Yes, get more protein, Miss Simmons says. The system... I don't know what Boogeyman is saying. Watching from Jamaica. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Artificial sugars, yes, yes, yes. And so Boogeyman says if we read the ingredients, we aren't built to eat a lot of artificial ingredients. So, I mean, I agree with that completely. Let me see if my TikTok people, you guys, please tap up the stream. John, welcome in. Sweet Patty, welcome in. Key, welcome in. Zuck, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, oh my God. Sugar on the flow. Sugar on the flow says, I'm a sugar addict. Sugar flow, what we gonna do about that? Sugar flow, what we gonna do about you being a sugar addict? We need to do something about that. I'm gonna pin this comment. I felt like I was a sugar addict as well to a certain extent. But what I noticed was that once I got rid of the table sugar, I just started like, you know, little bit by little bit by little bit. Now, one of the things that Miss Simmons said in the chat is she talked about sleep. And I know after you get to a certain age, and I think it's 40, I think it is, you start to struggle with sleep sometimes. One of the biggest ways to deal with that is magnesium. Magnesium, you guys, is a great supplement. I wasn't playing. I was ready for y'all today. I was ready for y'all today. Magnesium, y'all. Y'all see this magnesium? I'm going to add it in my cart. I think I have it on my Amazon shop. I don't know if I have it on my TikTok thing. But magnesium. A lot of people who suffer from not being able to get to sleep, you guys need some magnesium, okay? Magnesium will help you get to sleep, okay? Because when you don't, it says something like, if you don't get enough sleep, you become insulin resistant because your body cannot, adjust, process the sugar, whatever. Something to that effect. All right. So I have a question in the chat. Miss Simmons is saying, yes, yes, Ty, absolutely. If we read ingredients, 80% of the grocery store is not acceptable. 100%, 100%. And that's why I changed the focus of these workouts so that I can start adding a little bit more information to the workout for you. That's exactly why, because I don't think a lot of people realize how much chemicals, hey, Sweet Patty, how much chemicals are in the food. Because you know what I was doing, y'all? Let me just have a little confession moment. I was doing protein bars and I thought that protein bars were really, healthy, right? Because it's like, it's a protein, it's a bar, it's not a lot of calories. Like, hey, this is good. This is an easy way for me to get my protein up. I started following like a surgeon on TikTok, and he was like, the chemicals that are in the protein bars, y'all, that is what is making them unacceptable. It's not that they're bad, it's the chemicals inside of them that are bad, and so therefore they're bad. You follow what I'm saying? Let's get another 10 on here, because this is how I get my exercise. Let's go ahead and go from 20 to 30. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and switch up. We switch up from a lightweight to a heavyweight. Why do we do that? Because it makes our heart work faster, work harder, okay? So it's an extra load on us, okay? Yes. Yes, so Halsey says, how long did it take me to beat up, I guess, depression or anxiety? It probably took me about 3 years in total. I was given Wellbutrin. I didn't like how that felt. I was given Prozac. A lot of people don't realize, like, some of those can affect your libido and everything. And I was married, and I did not like stuff affecting my libido. I didn't like that at all. And so a lot of people don't realize that. It took me about 3 years. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you through this process is like, how did I get through those 3 years of dealing with, getting over it? Like, the first thing was I had to also make an assessment of the relationships in my life, right? Because a lot of people don't realize, if anybody in here in a relationship, I hope there's some people in a relationship. Thank you so much, lady, for following me in the live. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for liking the live. Sugar on the Flow, thank you for liking the live. But like, a lot of people don't realize, have you ever been in a relationship and you arguing a lot with the person in your relationship? If y'all have ever had a relationship and you're arguing a lot in your relationship, you can feel free to put argue in the relationship, right? Put argue in the chat, okay? If you've ever been in a relationship and you've argued a lot in the relationship, put argue in the chat, okay? If you've ever been in a relationship and you going home, or you calling the person on the phone, or the person's calling you on the phone, and you start feeling a headache form at the base of your neck, right? If you feeling a headache form at the base of your neck, put headache. Put headache, okay? That is a form of stress, right? Even though you might love this person, even though you might like this person, even though you might see your future with this person, there is something about this person that is making your body react that way. Okay? And a lot of people don't realize that can be foundational for giving you anxiety and depression. Okay? That is foundational, because why is it that your loved one is calling you and you're like, your body, your nervous system is starting to shut down? Why is that happening? Why is that happening? Okay? It's happening because you are having a stress response. Your body doesn't like that person, but you're telling your brain you need this person, you want this person, blah, 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 right? And so therefore you are staying in this relationship and it's really stressing you out. That's something that also contributes to having depression and anxiety. A lot of us, you get to a certain age and we don't even, right, check in with ourselves. We're not checking in with ourselves to see, like, okay, how do I feel about this relationship? Okay, every relationship doesn't have to be bad, but there are certain elements. If it's giving you a headache, you need to make some reassessments. Okay? If it's giving you pause, you need to be making some reassessments, okay? All right? And so that's one of the things. Yes, Miss Simmons. Yes, Miss Simmons, you guys over in my chat over here. I hope you guys are getting something out of my say. I'm going to teach you guys how to make assessments on these relationships. I was married for 23, almost 24 years before my husband passed away. And I had to make a lot of assessments throughout our relationship to try to keep us on track, keep him on track, keep myself on track. We have 2 kids, keep our kids on track. And when he passed away and I had another relationship, it was so stressful. It was so argumentative. It was the one that was giving me headaches. And I was like, wow, I never had these headaches before. I never had these migraines before dealing with this person. This is my body saying this is not for me. So again, I'm dealing with like learning this stuff myself and saying, wait a minute, do people realize? And as soon as I got rid of that person, no more headaches. No more headaches. I know I'm not the only person who's dealt in a relationship with somebody who is literally giving you a headache. Y'all don't have to put headache in the chat. Y'all don't have to put that. I'm going to laugh on that. Okay. All right, Ty. Yes, protein bars. Ty has said over in the chat that protein bars are full of sugar. Listen, Miss Simmons says she was drinking 4 to 5 protein shakes a day once and had night sweats. And that's why, again, I wanted to change the format of this show so that we are not only working out, but we're talking also and sharing good information. Because I guarantee you, Miss Simmons, when you were drinking those 4 to 5 protein shakes, you thought you were doing the right thing. I guarantee you thought you were doing the right thing. When I was doing my protein bars, I thought that I was doing the right thing. Now, chemicals, and let's talk about processed food, you guys. Hey, Sweet Patty, welcome in, welcome in. Curtis Jackson, welcome in, welcome in. Jordan G, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, the chemicals in the food, the processed food. How many people are still eating luncheon meat? How many people are still eating luncheon meat? I grew up in Delaware, y'all. I love a good hoagie. Okay, I grew up in Delaware, so I'm Philly adjacent. I love a good hoagie, right? I don't eat hoagies anymore because luncheon meat is like a level 1 carcinogen, right? How many people are still eating luncheon meat? All right. So again, if you're eating these foods and these chemicals are getting into your body, they can impact your brain. Okay, so that's what we're talking about now. So now we're up here, we're doing our exercise to help us, stay motivated, feel good, get our all of our stuff going on in our brain, get that kicking, right? But we got to talk about these other lifestyle changes that we make. A lot of people are still eating luncheon meat. I love a hoagie. I ain't even gonna lie, a turkey hoagie, an Italian sub, I love those. I can't do those because I have since learned that's a level 1 carcinogen. What's a level 1 carcinogen mean? That means that it causes cancer. This is what the research is saying. This ain't what I'm saying. All right. Yes, Miss Simmons says even good things are be bad in excess. CT is asking, what's the healthiest protein drink? I don't really do protein drinks. I've decided I'm going to try to get all my food from healthy sources. So I'm not doing protein drinks, CT. Chat, if you guys want to recommend something in the chat, I just try not to do it. Like I'm going to do my salmon, I do crab, I do whiting. I do turkey. I don't do pork or beef. So I just try to get my food from Whole Foods like that, because to me, if I gotta read the label to the point where I'm like, okay, how much sugar? Okay, what's that? I saw hydrogenated so and so. I'm doing too much. So I just don't do it. It's like, this is a chicken leg. Okay. This is a collard green. Okay. I can't for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting that on you. If you guys want to be label sleuths, y'all go ahead and y'all get y'all label sleuthing. Janice, so much for liking a live. Y'all get y'all label sleuthing on. What I'm saying to you is like, I can't label sleuth. It's very difficult. All right, y'all, let's go from 30 to 40 on this real quick. I feel like I switched up my my format. I gotta make sure I'm doing it right. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. All right, you guys. So we got 40 on our kettlebell. All right. So I just wanted to make sure I got everything going on. All right. I'm going to pin really fast on my TikTok. I'm going to pin my kettlebells on here. If anybody wants to work out with me, this is like week 9 for me coming on. Feel free. Those are the kettlebells that I use. All right. Angel, why Angel? How are you doing? Boogeyman. I hope the world wakes up and realize we ain't modern day chickens than the stuff they with the things to make us fat. I agree with that. Again, I agree with that. The chemicals, the amount of sugar. Let's talk about real fast. Let's talk about real fast. Cookies, cakes, pies, and things like that. I mean, I like sweets, I'm sure as much or more than other people. But what I'm realizing is that, like, if you're going to eat something sweet, it needs to be homemade. If you're going to eat something sweet, y'all, it needs to be homemade. Because, again, the chemicals that we're eating, the chemicals are messing us up, okay? So, like, say, for example, on the weekend, on Saturday, I'll have a cheat day. If I want, like, a brownie on cheat day, I'm trying to go to the bakery to get the brownie. If I want a slice of cake on cheat day, I'm going to the bakery and I'm getting the cake that way, okay? Why? Because these chemicals that they're putting in our food to preserve our food so that our food has a long shelf life, particularly if you're in the U.S. I know a lot of my YT family, you're not in the U.S., and I appreciate you guys coming from wherever you are. I appreciate that. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you're in America, there's a lot of chemicals in the food, and I know you know that already, okay? I know you know that already, okay? So if you're going to eat the cookies, the whatever, the cookies, the cakes, the pies, and things like that, you've got to get the most home-cooked stuff. Go to a bakery if you're not a baker yourself, okay? Guys, my stair stepper has officially died. While I am on this thing, it's not counting up, not one thing. So, my stair stepper has lasted a full 3 years, y'all. A full 3 years, okay? So I'm gonna order a new stair stepper today from the TikTok shop, and I'm gonna have a new stair stepper. It's not even, I'm on here, I can't even see how many steps I'm doing, y'all. I can't even see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so guys, in order to beat anxiety and depression, I had to cut out a lot of foods that had chemicals in them, okay? Another thing that I gave up, like we talked about the chemicals in food. I don't do bacon. You know how you eat the regular bacon or whatever. The regular bacon has a lot of nitrates in it. All this stuff can travel up and affect your brain. Now, when you go to a doctor and you say, hey, I've been down, I feel like I'm anxious or whatever, they're not going to necessarily tell you, well, what kind of chemicals are you eating in your food? So this is something that you got to really start trying things yourself, taking things out of your diet yourself and see if it makes a difference to you. Okay? These doctors, God bless them, a lot of them aren't going to tell you. Now, Dr. Daniel Amen, who is on TikTok, who is all over the place, he's a doctor I recommend everybody follow. Everybody should be following Dr. Daniel Amen. Why? Because he specializes in brain health. He literally tells you this vitamin can help, this supplement can help, this is how you do it. Everybody, if y'all don't remember anything I said today, remember to follow Daniel Amen, okay? Okay, Boogeyman. Yes, yes. Boogeyman is saying that the homemade stuff is the best. It's the one with natural ingredients. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yes. We're just moving on. Okay, which natural products? I was doing protein powders. I was doing a green. CT just asked which natural products should one use to make a healthy protein drink. I was using protein powder. I was also using vegan green powders as well to make a healthy protein drink. But I was also doing like kale. So I would buy some kale from the store and then I would wash it. I would put that in there. I would do almond milk. I was doing almond milk because I don't really do a lot of dairy. So I was doing dairy. I was doing kale. I would do a banana, and then I would do a little bit of protein powder. I would do a little bit of collagen powder, CT, and I would do a scoop of greens. So you know, if you've seen stuff like super greens or what have you in the store or what have you, I would put a scoop of super greens. So that's something that I would use to help with the natural, you know, to make a shake. Okay. Hey Bonnie, how are you? Yes, Ty. People are toxic. Ty said people are toxic. We're all over the place today, only because this is my first day switching up the format. By tomorrow, I will have this thing ironed out and working a little bit better. It is, people are toxic. And we talked about relationships a little bit and trying to be able to assess relationships. And I brought up, like, you know, being in a toxic relationship. But the other thing is, like, you could have family members who, you know, are always sort of pressuring you or putting sort of, you know what I'm saying, putting pressure on you to do things, dropping things on your lap. That's something that can also lead to you feeling depressed. Why? Because you feel powerless. Because you feel like you can't speak up, because you feel like you don't have a voice, okay? And so you have to remember that, or you have to learn, and this is why I'm teaching you. I went into a therapist's office. I was doing marital therapy, and I was coming in by myself because I was struggling with my relationship. And I was saying, oh, my husband does this, and I was just in there, y'all, complaining. And the person said, the therapist said, oh, you have boundary issues. And I was like, I had boundary issues, you know, what are you talking about? And he explained to me, and this is the easiest way to sort of remember it. You and a neighbor live next door to each other. You and the neighbor live next door to each other. And whenever your neighbor wants to take the trash out, take his or her trash out, or their trash out, they come and they put their trash on your lawn. You don't feel like you should say anything. You're like, oh, you know, Susie, you know, okay, you know, and you don't say anything. And every week, Susie is putting her trash on your lawn. That's how people live who don't have any boundaries, right? Because basically what is happening is that you are allowing people to do things to you and you are not speaking up for yourself. And so you are internalizing your anger, you're internalizing your frustration, you're internalizing every aspect about it, but you're not doing anything, right? And so what happens? You start feeling sad, right? You start feeling sad. You start feeling anxious, so-and-so's coming over. You start feeling down because they're going to do this to me again, okay? So boundaries is important. He recommended a book to me called Boundaries, right? And that Boundaries book helped save my marriage, helped save my life in terms of how I deal with people. CT says, my sister got in a relationship after her husband died. It was awful. Oh my God. And he eventually unalived her. Wow. Be very careful, people. Okay. Thank you, CT, so much for Ty. I'm gonna get to your point, and everybody, I'm gonna get to your comments in the chat. My goodness, Ty, CT, that just took my breath away real fast. This is why I always talk about relationships. I did a video this weekend that said, don't let a man tell you twice he don't want you. Okay, I did a video about that today, this weekend. Why did I do a video? Because once a man start, or any person, but I'm heterosexual, so I'm going to say a man. Once a man starts disrespecting you, it only continues. It's not like someone starts disrespecting you and goes, "Oh my God, I shouldn't do that. Let me stop." Once he starts disrespecting you, he continues to disrespect you. And for some reason, we make excuses for men more than we ever made. We make more excuses. And again, you guys, hey, if you're in, I love my LGBTQIA community, but I'm heterosexual, so y'all just work with me on my pronouns today. If you start letting somebody disrespect you, you have opened the doorway for them to continue to disrespect you. And then it lowers your self-esteem. You start feeling bad because they're treating you that way. And all of a sudden, what happens? Okay? Anxiety, you're anxious, depression, you feel bad, right? That's why I'm saying assessing your relationships is important. I don't care. Oh, but they pay all the bills, but they treat you like crap. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I want my kids to have a good father. But is the person a good father if they're beating you at night? Right? And so there's this element of toxic relationships that we are not understanding as women. I was talking to my mom yesterday and I said, "Hey, princess, welcome in, princess, welcome in." And I said to Keisha, welcome in. And I said, it feels like women, we have forgotten our power. We have forgotten our power. We are making excuses for people who abuse us. You know, I had the air condition up too high. He punched me in the eye. It was okay because I shouldn't have had the air condition up so high. You feel where I'm coming from? We have forgotten our power. And so that's why when I was thinking, you know, Ty motivated me. Miss Simmons, I think from Friday, I had some people over on TikTok that motivated me. I was like, how can we make this live more impactful, right? How can we make it more impactful? We've got to assess our relationships as it relates to depression and anxiety, okay? We got to, because you could be literally in a relationship right now that's making you sick. One of my mother's friends just passed away from cancer. She had been arguing with her neighbor for the last 5 years. She had cancer previously. It was in remission. Okay? It was in remission. Okay? The stuff starts happening with her neighbor. They battling it out. All of a sudden, she's no longer with us. Okay? You want to tell me there's not a causal link between stress and your life and your longevity? You can't convince me of that. And that's why people, you have to assess your relationships, even your relationships with your kids. I'll tell my kids, I have a senior in college and my daughter is older than him. And I be like, listen, y'all can't just, dump on mom just because I'm your mom. I raised you all to learn how to take care of yourself. Okay? Stress kills people, period. All right? We need to understand that, okay? All right, so you eat lunch. Ty says she's eating lunch meat. Listen, we got love for Ty. Ty, we understand. And again, all things in moderation. Yes. Yes, Pretty Glass Girl says she's doing too much. Loving me too. Yeah, lunch meat. And again, when you grow up, y'all. Hey, Janice 2025, welcome in. Raina, welcome in. Welcome in. Loeb, and welcome in. We're talking about different things, lifestyle changes that you can make to overcome anxiety and depression in your life, okay? A lot of the foods that we eat, they have a lot of chemicals in them, okay? So that's one of the things. I want to share some of my favorite. I want to share, hey, Big Donut, you out and in today, huh? I want to share some of my favorite supplements and things with you as well. But let me go ahead and finish these things. Yeah, it stated morning. Yes, Ty, listen, you guys, here is some advice that Ty is giving us. If it has more than 3 ingredients, leave it alone, okay? If it has more than 3 ingredients, leave it alone. And again, I know, I mean, I love stuff like Doritos. I can't eat Doritos. Doritos got too many ingredients. I love a Dorito. Anybody like Doritos? Put Doritos in the chat. You know something else I like? I like Funyuns. These are the things of my youth. Funyuns. How many people like a Funyun? Come on, somebody. Somebody else likes a Funyun besides me. I can't. Funyuns got stuff in it. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know how to pronounce it, right? And so the more that I realize, like, okay, I'm feeling anxious. They've diagnosed me. What are things that I can take out of my diet? I started to reduce the amount of chemicals that I'm taking into my system. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you as well, because if you're dealing with that and the doctors want to give you medication, hey, I'm not saying don't do medication. You go and you do what you feel, okay? But the point is that a lot of our the way that our brain is being impacted, I feel, it's my opinion, chemicals has a lot to do with it. All right. Yes, Queen Key. What is your TikTok page? Yes. Okay. My TikTok page is Empower with Yasmin. Empower with Yasmin. EMPOWER with Yasmin. Yes. Okay. Pretty Glass Girl. Yes. Penguins. I don't follow. That's who I'm referencing. Family. So Ty. So let's get back to you guys, and I'm going to do so much better being organized tomorrow. This is my new format. This is like the pilot show of adding all of this good information about supplements and food and chemicals and relationships and trying to shape this the right way. So please be patient with me today, y'all. So Ty was talking about family. I think the stress that family brings us, it's a different kind of stress. And a lot of times, if we don't have our boundary work, it's very challenging. With my family, I don't know. I just have had just a challenging part growing up. It's been challenging for me. And when that therapist gave me the boundaries book, y'all, I just started applying the boundaries book to everything that I did. I started applying the boundaries book to every single thing. The boundaries book taught me, like, here's an example of the boundaries book in motion, okay? Let me share this real fast with you guys. So say you and your partner, your significant other, thank you so much for liking the live. Ronnie Bentley, welcome in. Britt Yono, welcome in. Say, for example, you and your spouse are going to go to a family reunion. And this will happen with me and my husband all the time, until I got this boundaries book. And he would say, okay, I'm going to drive. And I would be like, okay, no problem. Then I'm going to tell him the whole time while I'm in the passenger side, I'm trying to tell him how to drive to the family reunion, right? And so that's codependency. You're telling somebody, listen, they've told you, hey, I'm going to drive and I'm okay with it, right? But then I'm trying to tell him, no, don't take 95, take 66. No, don't take 66, take the back road. Don't do, like, now we doing a tug of war, okay? That's a codependency issue. That's a codependency issue. That will lead to, again, stress, depression, anxiety, because you're arguing with your partner because you can't let go. If you said to your partner, hey, what are you cooking for dinner? And they go, oh, you know what? I'm going to cook spaghetti today, right? I'm going to cook spaghetti today. And then you come in the kitchen and you like, did you put enough oregano in it? Did you forget the seasoning salt? Wait, I ain't see you put any, are you cutting up fresh tomatoes? That is a codependency. You have to be able to let go. When you are sitting here in a tug of war with people, right? When you're in a tug of war with people, that is preventing them and preventing you from you like, okay, let me go ahead and handle what I'm handling. Let this person go ahead and handle what they're handling, okay? That's codependency. So a lot of times, listen, I was arguing with my husband because I was codependent. I didn't understand, well, wait a minute. Let him do what he's doing. Like, why am I all on top of him to do what he's doing? Okay? So that's something else. And that's why when we talk about these relationships, codependency toxic. Okay? Toxic. Let people be who they are. All right, in the chat, I have another comment in the chat. CT, I had to set boundaries and love some of my family from a distance. Excellent point. Excellent point. There's nothing wrong with loving somebody from a distance. Bonnie LaFell says, my dad unalive my mother when I was 7. I lost both parents that day. Gosh, Bonnie, I am so sorry to hear that. Good gracious. CT says, I'm sorry. God bless you. I imagine that was hard. I volunteered at a domestic violence center when I was in college. So I understand about domestic violence. I wrote my whole undergraduate thesis on domestic violence. And that's why when I say to you all, when I say, hey, we have got to make assessments of our relationships, this is why I'm saying this, right? The first time somebody slaps you, it's time to go. The first time somebody disrespects you, it's time to go. We don't need to let it escalate. We don't need to let it escalate, right? And that's the thing and that's why when I talk about my video that I did this weekend, when I said, don't let a man tell you twice that he don't want you. When he starts disrespecting, Big Donut, you can feel free to weigh in. When people start disrespecting you, it's time to leave because you're only going down. You're not going up. It's not like it's going to get better. Like, how is it getting better? You're disrespecting me. Okay? All right. So I just want to again make sure that, when we start looking at depression and anxiety, and we can pop a pill, sure, but if we are not dealing with the factors in our life, the factors that are causing the issue and contributing to our mind feeling the way it is, as soon as you stop taking that pill, guess what? It's all going to come flooding back because we did not solve a problem. Okay? We did not solve a problem. All right? All right. So Pretty Girl, Glass Girl says, he don't want you. Tell his sister excuses. Yes, he don't want you. That's right. And Bonnie, that's totally devastating. So sorry to see that. Yes, toxicity is all I know. Bonnie is saying toxicity is all, yes, she's saying toxicity is all she knows. That would be the honesty pill. Yes, Big Donut. Yes. Well, I understand that toxicity can be all a person knows. And that's why, I come on and I try to put out content so that people can learn how to recognize toxicity. Even something as small as, say you call a girlfriend or call somebody on the phone and you realize that after you get done talking to them, you feel bad. Now, just say the whole time you're talking to them, you're engaging them and everything is okay. But for some reason, when you hang up, you feel bad. That's like your mind telling you something about that relationship did not sit well with you, right? And so you have to start being able to listen to how you really feel. I don't do a lot of conversations with people. I don't have a big entourage, a big friend circle and stuff like that because I'm not going to say I find most people toxic, but I generally find a lot of people toxic. And I feel my work to try to reach people, connect people is too important to be boggled down by toxic people. You know what I'm saying? And people don't really want to realize how common toxicity is. It is rare to find a person who's not toxic, but that's why when you find one, you hold on for dear life. Okay? Okay, you follow me? Because you find, you know what I'm saying? Because they're so hard to find. Okay. Prayer Bonnie Ty says, stress is definitely detrimental to our health. I'm just reading some of our comments, guys. Yes, Doritos. Yes, y'all. Y'all know them Doritos probably got 150 chemicals in them, y'all. Yes. Y'all, everybody over in my chat, they like it. They liking Doritos and Funyuns too, y'all. And look, I almost fell off the wagon, y'all. I almost fell off the wagon this weekend. Y'all, I had put some candy corns. I put some candy corns in my basket. But praise God, as I checked out, I put them back. Because y'all know, what are candy corns? Candle wax? What are they? I put those in my car. Listen. I almost fell off, y'all. I almost fell off the wagon. but I did not. So I just wanted to share that with you. You guys, I'm a pin the stepper that I'm going, and I have to get one. Oops. I got a pin. Oops. I'm a pin. Let me see how. I'm a pin my stepper on here. These steppers, so what I'm saying is that these steppers last about 3 years. That's it, okay? Because what happens with these steppers is they start losing, their the LCD screen, you can't see it. Okay? And so you just imagine if you spend $50 or $60, $70, this thing is gonna last you for 3 years. That's probably it, okay? Because I've had this one now since 2022. Okay. Oh, thank you. I got a heart me. Thank you so much. I've had this from 2022, and I can no longer see the LED screen, or is it LED or LCD? I don't know. Whatever with the numbers. Okay. All right. So, like I said, we are changing our format today. We're changing our format coming out. I don't know if I'll be able to work out and do it, or should I just come on and us talk about these lifestyle changes every day. I don't know. I like the idea of working out because I get to stack. You know, I'm working out, but I'm also, talking to my community, what have you. All right. All right, I can't even see this thing. I can't even see. It says nothing on the on this stair stepper. All right, let me get to some more of these comments, okay? Thank you so much, Mr. Atlanta, my new dad. How are you doing? How's it going? All right, yes. King Fire says, eat to live instead of living to eat. Absolutely. Ty says, I have a Yuka app that helps with the ingredients for food and skincare. Oh my gosh. People always ask me, my son is 22, my daughter is older, and my son, and they always say, girl, you look so young, you look so young. I started doing these Korean skin toner pads, Ty, and I am really shocked. Like, my face has been glowing. And, I saw it, and how I found out about it is I saw it on social media or whatever like that. And I put them in my Amazon thing showcase. I put them in my TikTok showcase, whatever. And I was just like, these things can't be this good. When I tell you this thing is reducing the pores on my forehead, y'all, I mean, I'm a skeptic, so it's hard for me to believe a lot of stuff, but I was like, I'm going to try this. And it's like I think today is day 12. This thing will have your skin, your face glowing, and you're like, I didn't even do anything but do these pads. It's crazy. So it's crazy. Yes, so CT over in the chat is saying that when I saw the chemicals in Doritos and learned that other countries don't even have them, I stopped eating them. That is an excellent point, CT. That is an excellent point for Americans. I know on my YouTube side, I have a lot of people who aren't from America. But guys, when you here's a great tip for all my Americans in the audience. When you hear that something is banned in the UK, when you hear that other countries are not eating something, that is your personal clue. That is your personal clue for y'all not to eat it. Okay? You know what else has been banned recently in the UK, guys? Gel nails. Gel nails, okay? Why are gel nails, has anybody followed that? Why are gel nails banned in the UK? Because that gel product that they put on there is toxic, okay? I love nails just like anybody else, but my skin is allergic. So when that stuff is on my skin, my nails are like, I have to pull it off. I can't deal with it, okay? They have banned gel nail polish in that process in the UK. So what does that mean for us? Okay, y'all. A word to the wise. What's up next to Lamar? What's up, Reagan Pence Cox? How are you doing? How you doing? Yes. Oh, Dr. Amon loves penguins. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. As much as I like him, I didn't know he liked penguins. He's technical and simple, but you understand and feel safe with him. Yes, I always recommend. I'm gonna meet Dr. Amen one day because he's gonna be like, "Girl, you're my one woman PR team." Because Dr. Amen, you guys, if you are looking for somebody who can share with you about brain health, Dr. Amen is really great with that. Like he's really, really good in talking about your brain and things like that. All right, you guys, help me get to 40 to 60. I'm up here messing around today. We're going to do 40 to 60 real fast. All right, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We're going to switch it up. We're going to switch it up. Okay. 50. Come on. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. Guys, in the next few minutes, I think I'm going to have somebody at the door. Because I'm getting my bathroom tiles replaced. They had something that they did when they built my house and they had to come back and fix it. So I will be going to the door shortly. I just want to let you guys know that. All right. Hey, 67 Kid fan, voiceover anything, how are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. King Fire said 3 days, 3 meals a day is toxic. You guys, we're talking about how to get through, how I overcame depression and anxiety with lifestyle changes. Listen, King Fire, I'm not even going to deny that when I went from 3 meals to 2 meals, and I'll sometimes do, 1 meal a day, that my brain health improved. I'm not even going to say that but we are trained and socialized to believe that we need so much food. I don't know that we need so much food. I can't speak to everybody's level of needing food. What I want to say is when I started when I started healing from depression and anxiety, one thing that I learned was that the less food that I was eating, losing that 3rd meal didn't bother me at all. It didn't, I don't even eat a 3rd meal now. I do 2 meals, that's it, right? But a lot of people don't realize that, wait, do I need this much food? Is this something that I need? So intermittent fasting, I've been doing intermittent fasting off and on, and I'm on right now for probably about 5 years. It literally makes it, I'm not going back now. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to not doing it. Because again, I believe it's because of the chemicals in our food. Even when you're in America and we love, I know many of us are patriots and we love America and, this and this and that. But the chemicals in our food, I'm not even sure when folks say it's organic, if it's organic. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that those things that we are taking in, they are wreaking havoc on our system, y'all. It's wreaking havoc on our system. All right. Did I get to 60, Ty? Ty, you paying attention? Did I get to 60, Ty? Oh Lord, y'all work. Y'all making me work harder today too. I'm telling you, I came on here, y'all. I said, hey, I'm gonna share with my anxiety and this depression stuff, and y'all just making me work. Y'all making me work so hard. Pretty Glass Girl says she's about to give up on romantic relationships. Just people are too damaged, and I can't deal with all these problems people have. Too much damage. And codependence. And CT says peace is priceless. So I'm single today and enjoying my life. Hey Dago, hey Dago, hey Dago. Oh man, I guess we got to block Dago, y'all. We got block. I tell you, we got. You have so many people. But this was exactly. This is exactly what we're talking about. Somebody comes in here. I work for myself. How am I DEI hire? Okay. Candy corn is wax indeed. Yes, exactly. I did not do it. And I haven't, and y'all, I have loved candy corn since I was a little kid. I haven't had candy corns in years, so but it got close. It got close. Let me tell y'all, it got close, y'all. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, CT. Thank you so much for coming across the channel and subscribing. I appreciate it. King Fire, more fasting, less eating. I agree with that. And less worries equates to longer, healthier life. I do Sam 360. I don't know what that means. Yes, Ty. Thank you. Have an amazing day. I got to keep on working out since I've been running my mouth. Oh, yeah, sorry. I know, Boogeyman. I got to figure out, you guys are so active, and I want to make sure, that I'm talking and connecting with and engaging with everybody. So, hi, Mary Majors. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So, you guys, I owe myself, yes, Ty said I got to 60. Okay. So, I want to make sure I get to my 120 kettlebells, and I'm probably going to have to walk for 2 miles because my stair stepper, I can't count my steps today, okay? But what we wanted to do today, we're changing the format of of our show to include, now we're going to be talking about how I overcame depression and anxiety, and I want to show you guys through lifestyle changes, foods that I eliminated, supplements that I've taken, different things that made it so instead of Lobe M, thank you so much for liking the live. So I didn't have to continue to be on Wellbutrin. I didn't have to continue to be on Prozac. I was able to sort of eliminate certain things, and that has made it so that I feel better, okay? And so that's what we're talking about. And so today I was like, okay, how can I, I guess I need to focus on one topic, then just go through that throughout the workout, then the next topic. But what I did is I just put a bunch of topics up today. So I've learned, this was my pilot episode for changing the, you know what, King Fire? Oh my gosh, this was my chance to do this way. King Fire over on my YouTube chat has said, are you familiar with Belize? Let me tell you something, King Fire. When Shine's documentary came out, Shine from Belize, who was running to be prime minister, when his documentary came out, I did this video, right? And I'm dancing and I'm doing a review of the documentary. And I'm like, all these different things that I learned in the video. That is my highest YouTube video. It has 400,000 plays on it. So that's how I'm familiar with Belize. But let me tell you about Belize, okay? And I don't know, King Fire, if you from Belize, because you about to come for me if you are. Those people from Belize, they tore Shine down in the comments. Y'all. So I was just, and so many of my American brethren and sistren was like, why are y'all so anti your own person? So that has been my interface with Belizeans, is I did a video, it got 400,000 people to play it and watch it. And them Belizean people did not like Shine, the rap artist. So that's all I know about it. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get from 60 to 80. 60, you can feel free, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. All right, y'all. We just did 70. We're getting to 120 today. We're getting to 120 today. Thank you so much for liking the live. I have a stair stepper in there because I'm going to get me a new stair stepper. My stair stepper has officially died. I have had it for 3 years. So if you want to know your life expectancy, if you buy this stair stepper, and this one right here is $69.64. So you spend $70. 70 divided by 3. That's how much you spending per year. So not quite $25. Okay, $25 a year. I mean, a big old elliptical machine costs way more than that. All right, but it will die, and I think it's going to die after 3 years. I just said. All right. Hey, Cloud9, welcome in. How are you doing? Carlos Ojeda, welcome in. You guys, let's get from 70 to 80 on our stairs, on our kettlebells today. You guys, you have been a great audience as I try to create this different format for sharing really valuable information with you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one topic a day and come on so it doesn't feel like I'm all over the place, okay? So like maybe one day will be like brain health or supplements. Another day it'll be relationships. Another day it'll be something else, and we're all talking about this same topic. I just had to figure out how to formulate it. All right, y'all, let's go ahead from 70 to 80. 70, 71, 72, 73, hinge your hips, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Okay, we got to 80. We still owe ourselves 40 more, okay? We're going to go ahead. Let's do some pullbacks real quick. We're going to do some pullbacks. Welcome in, everybody who's come to the live. Thank you so much for coming to the live today. Everybody who has engaged, I love y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all do not play. Y'all keep a girl on her toes during the live, okay? So I appreciate that. We are changing the format today where we are talking about how to overcome depression and anxiety, and I'm just sharing different things. One of my favorite supplements that I use is turmeric. I use turmeric just about every day, if not every day, every other day. Okay, turmeric is an excellent, supplement. It works with people who have depression. They say it's more effective than Prozac. I don't even use it every day, but you know what? It's an anti-inflammatory. So my son takes it for eczema, okay? So that's something. So throughout this show that we're going to be doing every day, I'm going to be sharing with you guys different supplements that I really like, okay? Different vitamins that I really like. I like omega-3, okay? Omega-3 is a great heart health vitamin. I believe heart disease is the #1 killer of women, okay? Omega-3 is something that makes your heart stronger, okay? All right. Yes, hey, Rose Life and Vlog, how are you doing? I got Rose Life and Vlog. She's a vlogger. Hi. Hey, Juan Sanchez. Yes. Hey, Rose Life. Thank you. I love my house. Thank you so much, Rose. All right, you guys, we're going to get from 90 to 100. We've already done 80 to 90, right? So now we're going to do 90 to 100. Please, somebody, I did that right, didn't I? I feel like I did. So let's do 90 to 100. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. All right. Woo! We did 100, you guys. We did 100. We got there. Thank you, everybody, for coming in today. Thank you so much. I know we were behind. Yes. I love clean place. Good morning, Mr. Big. How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I love Belize. Thank you, Linda Media. Thank you. When I have those things up, I do not, I can't read it, so that's why I just took it down. Thank you so much. Loeb M, thank you for getting the #3 gifter badge. What do you like about Believe? Yes, yes. So Big Donut, if I told you the things I'm going to do, I would definitely need your help. Well, send me a message, Big Donut, so I know what you're talking about. All right, welcome in, you guys. You said 40. Wait a minute. Where am I at? What are you talking about? Tell me, Big Donut. I mean, am I off on my numbers? So that was 80 to 90. That was 90 to 100, right? That was 90 to 100, right? I have 40 more to go. So 80 to 90 is 10. 90 to 100 is 10. You know what I'm saying? 100 to 110, 110 to 110. So I think I'm good. So I just did 80 to 100. So yes, we have 40 more to go. So I think he's saying I need to do another 10. So I'm just going to do another 10 because Big Donut always has my back. So I'm going to do that. So yes. So hi, everybody. You skipped. Okay. They said, listen, they telling me too. Thank you so much, Carlos. Thank you so much, Carlos. Yes. So Big Donut. Yes. Okay. So let's do 80 to 90. Thank you for that, Carlos. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Stay healthy and strong. Thank you. You too, Rose Life. Thank you so much. We got to stay honest on here. Thank you. We're going to do 80 to 90. I think I did 90 to 100 without doing 80 to 90. So let's do that. Thank you guys so much. 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Okay, so now we are officially, we've done 100, right? Anthony Bodie, how are you doing? How's it going? All right. You guys are keeping me honest today. I'm not mad at that. All right, you know, every workout, we're supposed to do our anger management. So let's do our anger management, our punches, okay? We're going to do our anger management punches. You know your girl is down 9.4 pounds. All right, and let's try to get some anger management today. All right, we do this because we want to make sure, I want my tribe not to be angry. The person who cut you off in the person who cut you off in traffic. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. 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 Other side. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, whoops. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Okay? All right. So we're doing this. This gets our heart rate up, okay? Uppercut, uppercut, jab. All right? Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Okay? Uppercut, uppercut, jab. All right? Somebody messed up your order at Subway. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. 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 All right? So I want y'all to make sure. I want you, yes. You want to make sure. Yeah, Carlos, I switch up. Sometimes I do the 10 and sometimes I do the 15. Yes, you know, so we switch them up, Carlos. But one thing we're doing with an uppercut, jab, a lot of us have anger management issues. And one of the ways to work on your brain is to get that stress out, okay? So whether you're on your stair stepper or you're doing it on your own, these uppercut motions, you know, these are really good to sort of get your body moving, get your heart rate going, get your heart rate up. My heart rate is at 138. So let's get a few more in, get me up to 151. It's really a great workout to get those in. Carlos is over here. Carlos is making sure everything I'm doing. Carlos, I met you today. You give me a hard time today, Carlos. Carlos met me today. He like, wait, you just picked up the 15 and now you're doing something else. What are you doing? So Carlos, we switch it up. But I got the hall monitor in my live today, y'all. I ain't mad at that. Uppercut, uppercut, punch. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Other side, uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. All right? So we're going to make sure people start plucking our nerves. We can go in our room and do our uppercut, uppercut, jab, okay? Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Other side, other side. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. Uppercut, uppercut, jab. All right? We're going to take this down for the last part. Yes. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are getting something out of it. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, Rose Life is in Sri Lanka. Wow. You in Sri Lanka? Wow, Rose. We got somebody. This is one thing I have to say. I love about doing my lives. I meet people from all over the world. Sri Lanka, I think I had somebody from India. There are a lot of people from India come in. Yes. Andel, how you doing? Oh, Andel, thank you so much for that compliment. My husband has since passed away, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I am actually from America. I am Rose. I'm from America. I grew up in Delaware. Let's go ahead and get our 100 to 110. I got Carlos who's going to make sure I do it. 100 to 110, y'all. Hey, Bennett, how you doing? Carl Bennett, lovely 4030, how you doing? So I'm not. You know what? And you, Big Donut, you be monitoring my left side. My left side is weaker. You asked me a question, Big Donut. I guess last week. You said, do I favor my left side? My left side is weaker, Big Donut. My left side is weaker. I don't know what's going on with it, but my left side is weaker, Big Donut. I got to work on that. All right, 100. Hinge your hips. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this down to 15. I know I'm a little long today because I changed formats, so we got to figure that out. I want to also do some of my Russian twists as well this morning. Yes, I'm not a lefty. I'm a righty. Maybe because of your surgery. Yeah, because, yeah, you guys know. Thank you. Absolutely. I got my 2.5 weeks ago, I got my appendix removed. They did not find any cancer. They had to remove it because it was 3 times the size that was supposed to be. And some people just had fat appendices, I found out, because after they took it out, they was like, yeah, but nothing was wrong with it. It was completely healthy. But when it's bigger, they want to make sure that there is no cancer in it. And so, yes. Andell says you've had pumpkin pie. Oh my God, Lord, Andell got the one-liners. Okay, Andell, I see you today. I did my 200. Oh my gosh, you did 200 jumping jacks. Carlos has done his 200 jumping jacks, y'all. I'm very impressed with you. I do not know Sri Lanka. But Sri Lanka is one of those things that is dropped in, rap songs. It's, you know what I'm saying? What they rhyming with Sri Lanka? I feel like I've heard it in a rap song a couple times. Anybody with me? Yes. Good girl talks. How are you doing? All right, y'all, let's do our 110. Let's do our 110 to 120, okay? Let's do it. 110, 111, 112, 113, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, all right? So we did our 120, all right? Let's go ahead. I know I was running my mouth earlier, but let's go ahead. Let's do some elbows to knees, okay? Elbows to knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all right, let's do the other side. I'm gonna move this back because this was I gotta throw this thing out. Man, I thought this thing was I guess I shouldn't be mad because I think I only paid like $45 for mine like 3 years ago, so I shouldn't be mad. You guys, make sure you are hydrating. Make sure you are hydrating, okay? Make sure you are hydrating, okay? Water is good for your muscles and for muscle repair. It's also good for weight loss, okay? Please make sure you are hydrating. All right, let's do elbows and knees. This works on this side of your body, and this is where I had my surgery at. Big Donut. Okay, all right, Big Donut. Thank you so much for coming, okay? I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So we have 10, okay? We got 10 on that other side. Let's go ahead and try to do 20. I am feeling stronger, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my other 10 in, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So now we did 2 sets of 10 on one side. Yes. Oh, okay, Rose and Life, thank you. Rose says that Nicki Minaj had the time for Sri Lanka, the ties of Willy Wonka. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Rose. Absolutely. Yes. That's Nicki Minaj song. Hey, Miami Long, how are you doing? Yes. So Rose, it says Indian Ocean is the shape of a teardrop. Oh my gosh, Sri Lanka. We have somebody in our other live that is in our live on YouTube who is from Sri Lanka, y'all. And she's telling me that Sri Lanka is the shape of a teardrop near India. Wow. Rice and curry is the national food, and it's famous for its tourist destination. Y'all, we need to go to Sri Lanka. Rose Life needs to help us get to Sri Lanka, y'all. Yes, okay. All right, you guys. Let's do 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we did 2 sets of 10. We're gonna do another 10. Back flip for 25 bucks. You'd have to pay me way more than 25 bucks, Joe Shalom. How are you doing this morning? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. All right, let's do another 10 over here on this side. So we would do 3 sets of 10 so we get to 30, okay? All right, let's do it. And you guys know this is my first time really doing this many since my abdominal surgery. So we're gonna do what we gotta do today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? You guys, we just got 30. Come on now. We just got 30. We just got 30, okay? So we are winding down the start your day with a win show, okay? The start your day with a win show. Every day I'm on at 8:30, okay? And this show is going to share with you how to overcome, how to make lifestyle changes, okay, to cure anxiety and depression and help you to feel better. I was clinically diagnosed with depression. I don't know, it's been a while ago now, 20 years or so, or what have you. And I was on different medications. I took myself off of those medications and I made adjustments to my diet, to my lifestyle, or what have you. And it made a big difference. And so that's what we're going to be talking about Monday through Friday. It's going to be super organized, y'all. Today was my first format change. And so I was a little bit all over the place. I admit it. I was a little bit all over the place. But I'm telling y'all, the passion is there. I want to do this. I want to do a good job. I want to be able to help people and share with my knowledge that I have. So watch, this thing gonna be fire. Watch, we're gonna have 1,000 people up in here. Watch. All right, y'all, let's do the 10 for the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'll be right there with you. Hold on one second. All right, guys, that is my person for my bathtub. So I am going for my tile, so I've got to go. But it was a wonderful workout for me. I'm going to order me a new thing, a new stair stepper. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to see you tomorrow at 8:30. Thank you so much for everybody who showed up. I truly, truly appreciate it. And see you guys tomorrow. All right, at 8:30. Okay, all right. Okay, hey there. All right, so Rose, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much, Rose. I hope you are following. Hey, Diamond Jimmy, how are you? Rose, I hope that you follow and we stay in contact because I would love to, for real, come to Sri Lanka one day. I'm gonna check out your vlog. So put a comment of what your vlog is, Rose, so I can check it out, okay? Have a good one. Thank you, Rose. Thank you so much, Rose. I'm gonna check you out, okay, when I get off of here.